G'day guys, my name's Josh, you can call me JaWoodle, and welcome back to 7 Days. Welcome back to JaWoodle Park, my base building and testing world, where there are quite a few bases around the place that we've built over the stretch. But I've come back today because I have an idea that I want to test out to do with Molotovs. We know that Molotovs do wonders in the early game. The first week, they're about the best weapon you can possibly get. So I want to know, is there a way I can make them more effective and build a base specifically for them without putting too much effort in? Because I'm a lazy boy. I don't want to have to work hard for this. I was trying to find just some empty space somewhere to build something, but I'm rapidly running out of room. The valley is filling up very bloody fast. But the thing that I want to try and use, if you've seen the most recent episode of JaWoodle's Coffee, which I am currently wearing the shirt of, but I'm very bloody stoked about, if you've seen the most recent Horde episode of that, day 14, I got trapped in the top of my cafe and I was just winging Molotovs at the walls because the fire will go through the walls, go through the floors, go through blocks and burn zombies on the other side. Fire being able to spread through blocks is such a great thing that I want to try and use. I'll see if I can show you actually. If I get some Arlene's just down here and grab some Molotovs, I can just wing the Molotov at the wall like that and it burns them down below. Even though they were nice and sheltered from the flame, it has like an area of effect that ignores blocks. So I want to try and figure out what that area is, how it works, why it works, and how we can exploit that. It was this one, wasn't it? I don't have it anymore. Dang, I usually don't destroy things in JaWoodle Park, purely so if I do need to go back and test something again, it already exists. But I want to build another just like little square and figure out what the maximum radius that Molotovs will burn is. Like how stretched out zombies can be, what the area of effect is actually going to be, which means I just need a little bit of space. A little bit of space and some pedestals. This is basically what I built when I was testing the explosion radiuses for grenades a while back. But basically, throw a Molotov at the center block and just put in some zombies around the place. I don't think it's going to be any bigger than what the grenade radius was. And I know from the grenades that you can't actually trust the explosion radius. Like that says 3. And I think the grenade said like 2.5 or something. It was definitely reaching further than that. So that can't be trusted. We just have to test it manually instead. So just put down some zombies on all of the blocks and see who gets set on fire. I feel like I'm in the first Harry Potter movie, but instead of playing wizard's chess, I'm playing bloody zombie chess. Placed all of my Arlene's up like they're statues. Okay, now all I need to do is not miss the shot. Put it right in the middle. That's good enough. Yeah, okay, so it burns. What's that? That's gonna be like 1, 2, it's like a 5x5 area. It might reach out a little bit further. I'll test it again. I don't need to test the ones all the way on the outside because I now know they're not gonna get touched anyway. I'm gonna put one in here. If I put one in each of the corners. That's kind of why I build it to be like a block, then a space, and a block, then a space. I can narrow down exactly what I'm dealing with as I go along for half of the effort. And as I said at the start, I'm lazy. The least amount of effort I can possibly use, the better. They're all mostly in their gaps, so let's do the same thing again, right on the red block. It was a little bit to the right. And set you on, that's very surprising actually. That's a long way away from center. Was that just me having shit aim? That's entirely possible. I'll go directly up from the center and straight down. Interesting. Okay, so it's not reliably lighting. Like, I would have thought that would be on fire, not you. Maybe she was just slightly closer, but then why didn't you get set on fire? I think it's pretty safe to say I can't reliably burn zombies on that extremity, so maybe I won't rely on that, but this yellow circle, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 5x5 circle, that's usable. That's doable. I reckon I can do something with that. That's actually a pretty good little area. That's why the Molotovs are so good. That's a ridiculous amount of area. And it doesn't matter if the fire doesn't reach there. That's where it burns. Okay, so with that in mind, now I need to know what the vertical limits are. So we've now got the 5x5 square, but how far up can I start lobbing mollies and the fire will rain down on them like it's fire out of the skies? So I've got this here. This was used for something else, but it's basically giving me an easy measurement. If I just get some Arlene's at the bottom, so what, that's one block above their heads, 2, 3, 4. If I start right at the very top, up there. Ooh, interesting. So even though there is literally fire on your shoulders, your ponytails are melting. That didn't set him ablaze. We'll try the bottom of that block then. Nah, still nothing. Top of the next one. Still nothing. All those years of having chlamydia has made Arlene burn-proof. She's become acclimatized. Maybe I need to use a different zombie then. Use a different zombie. Arlene's acclimatized to feeling that burning sensation, so she's not gonna blink anymore. Tried the bottom of that block. Nah, still nothing. Arlene's passed on the immunity. Wow, this is a lot longer than I thought it was. There we go. So they're finally on fire. That's very interesting. I didn't expect that at all. I really thought that would just be basically limitless. If the fire can land on top of them, it would set them on fire. So it was right. No, it was the black bar, wasn't it? No, it was the white bar. So that's only, we'll try that one. Oh, it's just there. So from the top of their heads, I think is where the measurement needs to start. So that's gonna make this more difficult than I wanted it to be. Their heads are about halfway up that block. Kind of like this. It was going up another one. We'll try this a different way. Go to you, go to you, go to you. That's not good. That's put a spanner in my plans. It was like, there was that one, wasn't it? That one there. Yeah. Or like the very bottom of that black bar. Get rid of you. I'll get some freshies in. It'll make, just double check, measure twice, burn once. Right there. That one. Yeah. Yeah, it's burning ones on the bottom. Okay. So that's it. That's it. So off the ground where they're standing. 1, 2, 3, 4. The bottom of 5. 4 to be safe. The bottom of 5. That sucks. I wanted so much more than that. That's all right though. We now have our magic numbers. We've got a 5 by 5 and what did I say? 5 up. So it's like, I guess then it's just like a 5 by 5 cube. Fire doesn't go up though, does it? I mean, how could it? That's not, I mean, well, fire does go up in real life, but I can't imagine that's how it's going to work in the 7 days world. I'll just borrow you for a second. So 1, 2, 3, I should do it over here. I already got rid of the blocks, damn it. I'll just quickly chuck down a little ledge right above Darlene, right above Loza. You definitely burn, beautiful, I'm in the right spot. And then on there, like you're an elf on a shelf, but it's a zombie on a... sorry, I didn't wait for the fire to finish. I was really trying to think of what kind of shelf would rhyme with zombie. You can go there. There's no way this is gonna work, is there? No, and fair enough, why would it? So it's a 5 by 5 by 5 area that it burns. So 5 down and then 5 by 5 length and width. That's okay. It's not gonna be as good as I had in my mind. I was really envisioning some like, just like one-stop shop, some way to deal with so much damage at one time without having to worry about the zombies, which I still might be able to do, but that limitation of fire vertical, that's gonna cause some problems for me. That's gonna make it much harder than I wanted it to be. We're slowly moving further and further out, but as I move further, the bases start despawning. This place is getting ridiculous. This might be the biggest. Is this going to be the biggest JaWoodle park? Is this bigger than Alpha 17? I mean, Alpha 17 had a racetrack built inside it, so I'm not sure it's going to be, but this is getting up there. Maybe we should put a racetrack at this one too. You extend down a little bit so I can replace all of you with air. I do get a lot of questions about how this block replacement tool works. This is only a survival world. This isn't like a world editing world. That makes no sense. There's two options when you boot up a world. You can either go into world editing, so when you have like fill tools and stuff that you can like edit stuff really. This is just a regular game, a regular survival world that I've just got creative mode turned on for. So I can remove blocks easily, I can replace blocks with air, but I can't fill, I can't do any of the other like kind of creative stuff. I can really just flatten ground. I'm gonna build everything manually. So what I was thinking, what I wanted this to be, if I build like a little like foundation first, so I can, don't know why you're pink, but alright then, build a little foundation first so I can figure out exactly how this is gonna look, what kind of footprint it's gonna have. So that's my 5 by 5. That's the maximum area that a Molotov will burn. Fair play, fair enough. I'm gonna fill you in, but then what I was thinking is in the middle, I wanted to have just like some sort of pillar or something like this. I'll just use the poles for now. Some sort of central column that I could wing Molotovs at. So then on the outside, when I get the zombies running the way that I want them to, the like the burn radius of that will take care of the zombies for me. So if I actually replace you with, I mean, originally I wanted to go the stairs, but now that I've got such a smaller radius to work with, maybe stairs won't be the plane. But I was gonna go like this, have a bunch of stairs all the way up. You're gonna need a different block on the side. So then as the zombies run up here, Yeah, I can throw the Molotovs at the middle, but I don't think that's going to be the play now. So if I'm standing here and I go like this, bunch of Arlenes, get your brains on. So you should all come and join me. I can just go like this, right in the middle. Yes, it sets me on fire, but it also burns all the zombies. See, that would have worked. That would have worked, but that's the max. That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's as tall as I can go. Any taller than that, and like you, I won't burn the zombies on the ground. Damn, I fleshed it out that little bit more, because I've come this far already, may as well build what I had in mind to see if it's going to work. I don't think it will. The testing says it won't, but you never know. 7 days does weird things sometimes, and maybe one day it'll do things in my favor. So this is just one big column all the way up to the top. There's no barricades, there's no nothing. So the dream was I could just sit here, and as soon as they're on the spiral, I could throw the Molotov at that central pillar and burn the whole column all the way down. Now that I know that it's only going to reach 5 blocks, I'm significantly less confident about it, but we'll give it a go anyway, because you never bloody know. Arlene, if you wouldn't mind running over here, please. I've built the platform off a little bit so they wouldn't get right underneath me. That looks about right. No, got none of them. I got absolutely none of them. Oh, got one. I'm not sure how you got fizzily, but all right then. Can I burn the rest of them then? I'll throw it a bit further down. Yeah, so you'd have to have like, you'd have to have it staggered. You'd have to have every 5 blocks. It actually isn't a terrible idea, but they run up there so quickly. Maybe I can change it. Maybe I can change it to work. Actually, you know what? No. I've got a better idea. I'm gonna get rid of all of you. Thank you, but no thank you. Collapse all of that. If I can only get 5 blocks of burning vertically, then that means I should make the stairs shallower so I get more like surface area, more stairs, or probably ramps actually, more rampage area, more zombies in that 5 block column. Does that make sense? I don't think I explained that very well. So instead, I'll try and build it and show you. If you're like me and a visual learner, that's the only way I'll ever be able to get something across. Reading stuff, theory, not my jam. In fact, this might work out really well because they've given us new blocks. They've given us new ramp blocks. So there's now ramps, which is 1 by 1. So a gradient of 1 block. It goes up 1 for every 1 it goes across. We've got wedge 60, so they go up 1 for every 2. Then the narrows, which is 4. Then the 6 meter, which is 6. And the 8 meter, which is 8. So we now have a lot of options. I can't squeeze it. I can't squeeze the 6 or an 8 because I've only got the 5 block limit. So if I go the narrows, that's not how you spell that, please, Josh. Can you actually use some proper words? If I go the narrows, so I could go something like this. You just need the simple rotation, please. That one. Chuck in you like that, and then you, and then you. But the real question is going to be, how are you going to, oh, hang on a second. How are you going to work? Oh, if only you worked. I need like the narrow, but with, like, it's just a plate width. So there's no actual solid block underneath it, but if I were to go up a little bit further, that's too tall. What about like that next layer there then? Could a zombie squeeze into that gap? No. I mean, they crawl now. Maybe I've made an inadvertent crawler base. I'll chuck you like that for some extra support. I mean, I haven't really built this in a way that I can actually test that, but if that was just like a thin strip, like a plate instead of a solid block, it'd be so much better. But even so, I reckon they might want to. They might want to crawl up to there. I need to test this. I need to test this quick. Oh. Wait. Is that exactly the block that I need? Look at that. That's 4 blocks. So they're going to go up 1. Holy shit. Okay, hang on. I was going to go and test to see if they would crawl through there, but instead, you look absolutely perfect. That's the wrong end. I wanted to start with the narrower end, please. So what are you? You're the slope plate. Oh, I've been using slope plate fillers forever. Slope plate filler, that's part of the force field. Okay, if I go like you, that's too low, but if I go 1 block up, that should give you... Did I grab the right one? I did grab the right one. You go there. Oh my goodness, no way. It's like the perfect block. I keep thinking I've changed, but I haven't. That one, please. Oh my god, it's exactly what I wanted. It's exactly what I wanted, and they don't need to crawl. I mean, crawling will actually slow them down Is there a version of you that's like kind of like in the middle of that block? That's probably asking an awful lot. And in fact, I mean, I could just do that manually, couldn't I? I could just do that manually. If I get rid of all of you. Oh, I'm excited now. Suddenly I'm feeling, I'm feeling all sorts of things. If I go like you, and then go like the top block at the end, and then go right back to the starts, which is probably where the slope plate filler comes in. Oh, it all goes full circle. It all goes full circle. The block I've used so often, I'm using properly. I reckon they'll crawl up that. I reckon they'll crawl up that. Just a nice simple contraption, nothing at all. I'm so excited about these blocks. I can't believe I've been so close to finding these for so long and I haven't ever stumbled upon them. Never really needed them until now. Never really thought about compacting the vertical space I'm pushing zombies into until right now. So if I just get just a few Arlenes, get your attention please. They run up there and they do crawl, but look how much they crawl though. They actually crawl, like there's so much headroom there. I reckon I can squeeze in more. Could I squeeze in more though? I mean, realistically, I'm not super sure I can. Because even, like, the thing is as well, like, I still have to... Oh, actually, but this is halving the distance. Because you look, like, you think about the spiral I had before, I was never going to have that many zombies in that 5 meter stretch. Because 5 meters was really only one set of those stairs. Whereas this, I could double helix the spiral ramp. And then potentially some of them might go both ways. I might be able to double the amount of zombies I can burn with one Molotov. This is getting into some peak efficiency shit now. In the interest of trying to maximize how many zombies are going to be in here, I'm going to double up the ramp as well. Damn it, that's the wrong block. Put it in the wrong bloody place. I'm going to double up the ramp purely so that if there's a lot of zombies, I might double the stream. I also want to double helix it from the other side, but we'll just build one first and see how it goes. Because if I have 2 rolling, you all need to go. But that was already kind of in the right orientation. I think I did that for a reason. But if I can get 2 streams of zombies coming up and hopefully not get them too congested so they're beating on shit, that will, I think, be the best plate. That's the one that goes at the start. It's slope plate 2. The third in the chain, then slope plate 1, like that, and then slope plate filler, you, my favorite one. No, get that one there, in you go, and then we start at the bottom all over again. I mean, look, it's narrow, but it looks good. Look at that, so we're gonna have 2 stacks of zombies there in the space of 2 blocks. So I can maximize this so well. Oh, that's gonna be a problem though. Because the ramps are 4, that means instead of having a 5x5 nice and easy ramp, I want like a ramp that goes up in 3, like a 33-degree ramp, which is not a thing in this game, because this game doesn't work in odds. Shit. So that means it's going to be 6x6 rather than 5x5, which we did in the experiments. There was some burning out on that 6th rung, but not reliably. I think it's too good. It's too good not to give it a go. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose the potential for something really bloody cool. So I guess we just extend it out that little bit. And maybe instead of a central pillar in the middle, I'll have a side-centered pole. So like it's already going to be slightly on the edge of those blocks and hopefully stretch out to maybe 5.5. Because I reckon like 5 was the safe distance. It's probably burning 5.5. It's really working in some grey territory now though. It's not a sure thing at all. I've never had a sure thing in my life, so at least it's true to form. This actually works out really well because like the slope plates obviously go to plates, but there is a plate. Oh, I spoke too soon. There is a plate centered. Off-centered? Ooh, potentially. Oh, potentially, yes! The Fun Pimps for the first time ever have given us something that we actually need in our lives. Look at that. It lines up absolutely perfectly. They're gonna chuck you along like that so you all line up. So the gap there is perfectly big enough for them to crawl up, so that's all fine. It does, like, it throws out the balance a little bit. In fact, I don't think I can thicken up. Unfortunately, everyone's gonna be very upset, but you can't have a nice thick path there. Sorry, zombies, no thickness for you. But that goes up like that. There's a little bit of a hitch there, but that's okay. It only has to happen on that one rung, I think. And after that, we can continue build up to build up rather, nice and happily. So let's do the same thing again. I need to put the slope plate filler though. That's slope plate filler. I need to put you in underneath the right way, please. In like, like you. There you go. So you all look nice and good. And the same there. All right, so just build the same thing again on the other side. Does that mean now though, I'm gonna have to do the same flattened thing on every step up the way? But look how much extra burnable area we're getting out of this though. So it would have only been 1 on either side, so potentially 2 at best, which is maybe like 6 zombies, 7 zombies. Look at all the area we can burn now. This is like some hyper efficiency shit. This is well and truly out of my regular wheelhouse. I need, which one do I need? I need like the top one, I think. No, not the top one, I need that one. The second one into the top one, like that. And I want to maintain that same distance, so yeah, so it's gonna have to be. Although now you're the regular plate. Not the offset, for goodness sake, not the off-centered one. Plate centered, no, regular plate, that one there. I want to go advanced rotation and stick it up on the roof, like that. You match up all the way along, okay. That's very repeatable though, look at that. We're gonna get like a full 5 layers out of this, like a 5-layer dip of zombies. I can't tell if I really like how this is designed or if I really hate how this is designed, but either way, it should, famous last words, it should work exactly as designed. I need them though to be able to get up. I mean, I still needed to path up it, so to find a way to get them from the tippy top to come to me. But I need to be in a position where I can start flinging Molotovs right there. That's the spot I need to hit. I need to hit you. I don't want to paint the whole thing, just the top layer. Hit the red button, because it's not a demo. Hit the red marker, burn all the zombies. That should work, right? That should be fine. I just need to build a platform for myself. I was saying before how I wasn't sure if I hated it or if I loved it. I absolutely hate it now. Look at this. In fact, you know what? No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it like this. This is yuck. I was trying to figure out a good way to have some sort of like fighting platform. I don't know why I decided to go out to the side, but I probably should just go to the middle. I've chucked in some plates on the sides over here just to give myself some extra support at the top. I'll get rid of them if I can, but oh, maybe if I go up one. Okay, hang on. I can make this work. Don't give up on me yet. Okay, that should work. I've moved some poles. I got rid of the plates on the outside, moved some poles to the inside that are actually touching, but they are giving me structural support to have a little loop on the top to make this shot nice and easy. It's not just a matter of making the base that works, it's a base that has to work for me, and I'm a pelican, so if I have to Muppet-proof this about as much as I can, up the tippy top, let's just get, oh, we can get our crowns, our new favorite block at the crown 3 side, put you up like you got all the support that you need. You can put you there, and do the same on this side. Although I've done it the wrong way around, hold on a second. So that if I do go up to the top, I can put down some sledgy towers or something and bonk them back down to the bottom to start all over again. Look at that. Look how good that is. Okay. That should be about as good as I can hope for. I'm going to get a couple of Arlenes, get them in and get their attention, please. Yeah. Come up here. Are you gonna... I can't see ya. No, I need you to not do that, please. I need you to actually go up the ramps I built for you. If I built this whole thing and it's not going to actually work, I'm going to spit so many chips. Please no. Please no. Please be something going on in your zombie brains that's not going to mean this is all for nothing. Please don't tell me I've wasted all my time. Go on. Up the ramp. Go up the ramp! No! What? Why? I don't get it. It was working over here. Arls, yeah, up you come, and then straight in. Is it to do with the corners? Do you not like the corners maybe? But the corners are all the same. There's no reason why you shouldn't like that. Why are you clambering onto like the pedestal at the bottom and ignoring the ramps? Oh, of all the things I expected to happen, that was not one of them. I have spent a lot of time building it. I've got nothing to show for it. Shit! I've built a little tester for it just to see how it goes and to get rid of these ones, and we'll chuck in some aisles down the bottom. Is it just the corners? Is it just the corners though? They're coming up. I think it's the corners. They just don't like turning corners. What if I get rid of that block then? Then they're much happier about it. They're much happier about it. What block was that? That was the plate offsetted, was it? That's the, Josh, PLATE, there you go. It was the plate offsetted, this one. So something about that they don't like. Huh. Sound like a freaking Minecraft villager there. So what do I do? Do I make it ugly? Do I put it in like that? Do I have a little ridge? Can it be less perfect? I was so happy. The fun pimps gave, and I was like, you know what? Look, they've finally given us something we can actually use, but now maybe not. I just don't like anything. They just don't like. I don't like turning corners with a block over their head. What the fuck was that? You're right there, Owls. You can't be doing that shit. You've already got bloody super jumps. You can't just jump through blocks. Jeez, and I get accused of cheese. Look at that shit. So maybe I need to rebuild it with a bigger gap. Like maybe they just don't like I've really tried to maximize the efficiency there. Maybe that's not the play. So if I go back to the slope plate, I was trying to see if the if putting a sheet there instead would work. It fits nicely, but I don't think it's actually gonna do what I'm after. Maybe I do. Maybe I need to go all the way back to just like the simplest form, which I guess is that one, the absolute biggest one that I can really manage with it. And then from there we go slope plate filler to then continue on. Oh, it means I have to rebuild that whole thing, and it took so long to do. No! I mean, you guys don't have to sit through it because, you know, the magic of editing and stuff, but I have to do it. Shit! I still have no idea if this is gonna work, but look how less fun this is. We've lost so much. So much cool shit has been lost because the zombies can't turn left like they're freaking Zombie Zoolander. No, why does it spawn in my head sometimes? I don't know why it does that. Anyway, spawn some zombies out here, give it a go, and to see if they'll now turn around corners. I mean, they didn't want to. They didn't bloody want to. I need to build some more of it to see if it's going to work, but this might be a bust. Maybe it's just the plates. It must just be the plates. Oh, which means to go back to the stupid bloody like wedge 60s or something, which is so much worse than this. It'll be like smaller and more confined, which is good, but that's just not nearly as cool. This is showing a slightly bit more promise. It's the block that I was looking for. That's the wrong way to put that. The wedge 60, but just as a plate. What are you actually called? You're the plate wedge 60 tip and the plate wedge 60 incline. So those two go together, as well as the, what's the last little piece of it? The wedge 60 filler. Makes all bloody sense. And you kind of get the same thing as what I had before, but just way steeper and way just less fun. Just less fun. The other one was like so compact and so good and so awesome, and this one's kind of like wandering into a party, dragging a woolly mammoth behind you. There's gonna be some questions about how you ended up like this, and I don't have a great answer for you, other than this isn't how I envisioned this going either. So you could all go like that. I've got the thing up the top. The thing is now though, now I'm within reach of the Molotovs by so much. Like it's 100% burn rate all the way down. They're not gonna crawl, so they're gonna get up here nice and quickly. I need to figure out something. I need to figure out some sort of way to keep myself safe. And actually, I guess the best way is gonna be just to go up. Just to go up at the end, because like the zombies will happily climb ladders, we know that, except for bears and dogs and whatnot, but that's the least of my problems at the moment. You just go up like that so you're all nice and matching, and then I guess just make a path between them. Sure. It's not so bad in the end. I'm not as in love with it as I was with the first one, but I think I need to just take some time, take some deep breaths and get over that, because it's never coming back. It didn't work anyway, and just try and move on. Just try and move on to this one. Fire the gun and see what they do. They still want to turn the corners. Although, They still don't want to turn the corners, I said, as they start turning the corners. So why did she run up? Is it just this first one? Is it just this first one? If I give you guys a better way, because look at that, as soon as they're up off the level, they're all fine. Oh, no way. Would this have worked? No, actually, no, I tested it. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. I was gonna say, would that have worked if I built it, like they got up off the ground level to start with, and then it could only part that way? But no, that's what that test was, and they still didn't like it. So if I just go like you, I get the regular wedge 60s, that one, place you like that, and then you like that, and remove that first issue. Will that make this a bit more viable? I bloody hope so. You go like that, you go like that. We'll test it again. Come on, Arlene. Come on, Arlene, please. Okay. But look how fast they are now. Look how fast they are. It would have been fine. It would have been so good, but they get up here in the blink of an eye. Ah, yeah. I mean, look, it will still work as a Molotov spiral base. It's just not nearly as lovely as it could have been. It was so close. It was so close. Look, I hate to admit it, but I'm not perfect. As much as you might think that I have this game wrapped around my little finger like it's an Avril Lavigne song. Sometimes sometimes I don't. And not everything I build in the park always works. It's a shame. I wish it was different as much as you do, but you know what? There's still things we've learned. Still things we've learned. For example, I know that I can get rid of I hate everything! No! This design's got the better of me. I don't feel like I've won this at all. I'm at my wit's bloody end. I've simplified it. It's now a single helix. I've chucked in our what do we call it? The holy grail block for the sledgy turret up the top as well. Could have run the double, but I don't have that many points into intellect to run 2 turrets at once. In fact, could I have? Could I have? In fact, I do. I broke all that for nothing. All right, we'll go back to the double helix again. I just want this to work. I just want this to work so I can hang my hat up and call it a day. We're so close. We keep being so close, and things keep going wrong. Mostly for my own fault. It's definitely not quite gone the way I wanted it to, but it looks nice. It does look nice. It looks like the fountain in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Like in the San Francisco level, the fountain you can skate on, not where the hidden tape is, where I think the K is. I mean, I had to go back and play Tony Hawk's again. That was such a good game. Anyway, it looks like some wonderful fountain, but it should work. And I just want to see. In fact, I'm going to turn the AI off for a second. I'm going to put some zombies right down the bottom, get a couple there, and a couple over here as well, and just chuck a Molotov on the top of the pylon, or exactly where I want it to be. I think I missed the shot there. I definitely did. I hit the ladder instead. Try again. And they burned down the bottom. Okay, so the stuff we tested actually works. The only problem is I'm a pelican and I built it wrong every single step of the way. Let's just go straight to a horde. Let's go straight to a horde. 22, 30. I've got you guys here. I've got no protections, no nothing. Just a couple of sledge turrets and Molotovs. But if I do this right, and in fact I can throw it early because the flames last for a little while, and they start burning, yeah, see you later, they start burning nice and early as well. So as long as I keep the fires going, as long as I keep the fires stoked, why aren't you guys burning? In fact, actually, because I reckon I can go one block further down, because yeah, the fires go down and they go up, but I'm not really worried about burning the ones right at the very top. That seems like a much better play. Yeah, I know. Look, it'll work. And if you're gonna build like a base entry to your base or something you wanted to have someone dedicated to the Molotovs, this would be a pretty good option for it because you can get the most amount of damage as possible. I think this is the maximum. I think this is the most efficient that a Molotov can be. Ow! I should have bought some protection. I really should have. I've built myself just a little wall so I can try to protect myself that little bit better. That ladder to Sammy behind the Holy Grail block is so incredibly good. Molotov right there, burns everyone beautifully. look, it's not complicated. It's just we had to figure out what the right combination was. So this is as good as the Molotovs will be. Yes, you still need the sledges. Yes, you still need a little bit of luck and some decent walls for against the cult bomber. But, I mean, we're killing all the zombies. They're all getting up here. They're all burning. Like, for an early game base, I'm not sure if I'd build something like this when the Molotovs are at their best in the first week. I don't think you'd be able to build something like this effectively. Plus, you'd be opening yourself up to so much more. Unless you can find a sledge turret and chuck in those blocks. Ow. I just think there's so many better options. I think there's so many better options before this one. But it's as good as the Molotovs are gonna get. It's as good as the Molotovs can be. I just wish those first plates worked. I really wish they did. So there you go. I'm gonna have to leave this episode here. I have no idea how long that's gonna go for. It's taken me 2 hours to get to this point. 2 hours of experiments and building and debuilding and accidental collapses and all sorts of stuff has led us to this point. We have answers and it's not the answers we were hoping for. I'm flunking another test. All my teachers will be zero surprised. Oh yeah. Ah, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna have to leave this episode here. At least the sledges are still working. But there you go. If you were curious about how efficient you can make a Molotov, that's how efficient you can make a Molotov. Not with the narrow blocks, not the slope plates, but with the wedge 60s. Is what it is. But I'll have to leave this episode here and come back and hopefully win something in the next episode, in another build, in another day in JaWoodle Park, because this episode is done. So thank you guys for watching. Most of all, thank you to the patrons of the Patreon who made this episode possible. If you liked, make sure you hit the like button down below and subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Twitter, but don't talk to you there first. I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one.